All right, everyone. Welcome to the practitioners call today. We're glad everyone took the time to jump on today, and of course, it is being recorded, so there will be a replay available later. If you were not able to get on it today, we welcome you if you're on the replay. We want to start out with our disclaimer. We are all doctors here of different types, but we're not your medical doctor. We do not prescribe, diagnose, or treat any specific disease. If you have a medical concern, a medical question, you need to consult your medical practitioner, whoever that might be. And also, if you're pregnant or nursing, that is also considered a medical condition. So we cannot answer any questions specific to any of that, but we have to get that housekeeping part done to make sure nobody gets in trouble with the FTC and the FDA and all the other people out there that are policing everything these days. But we're excited, though, today to talk about a subject about mitochondrial function. And so many people today don't really think about mitochondrial function. Most people don't even hear the word said on a daily basis anywhere, or ATP production. But it's one of the most important things for our biological bodies. To just give you a quick definition, and I'm going to turn it over to my fellow practitioners here. Mitochondrial are considered the powerhouses of the cell, and they create energy in the cell, and it's called ATP production. And mitochondrial energy is very important. It's kind of like the battery of your car. If it starts to run down, eventually your car is going to quit running the way that it's supposed to. But we need to keep our batteries charged. And that's why it's so important to keep our mitochondrial healthy and operating to their fullest extent, or else they're going to start getting weak, and then the body's going to start to break down. So I see Dr. Don Warren up here in my left corner here, the Brady Bunch doctors. So Dr. Don, I'll let you go first today.
All right. Yeah, I have been using, when we're talking about mitochondrial function or increasing ATP, which helps feed our body with energy, you know, and to back up first, the number one complaint almost from every patient I have is energy. I don't feel energetic. I don't, and so there are many reasons, diet and different things, but these energy enhancer patches are designed to be a two-patch system in which you wear a white one on the right and a brown one on the left. And there are different patch placements. I typically put them just in front of my shoulder is one of the recommendations. Some people put them down by their Achilles tendon. But what they do, and they were developed from what I understand initially for the military, so that they could go on these longer 36-hour missions and have sustained energy. We have many athletes, even in the Olympics, that have used patches similar to these and similar to these. And they have an effect by boosting energy and mitochondrial function. The beta oxidative process, they call it. But what it does is it just makes you feel more motivated to get out there. So it's for mental energy as well as physical energy, to where you just feel like you go, like, I'm going to take a walk after I get off this call today. But it'll make you feel like, wow, I can handle 4 miles, 5 miles instead of 3, or it just gives you a little added boost to everything. I have found too, I like to add some of the other patches, and I think some of the other docs might talk about X49, X39, which are our kind of flagship patches. But Eon is one that helps to boost mood. It reduces, it can have a positive effect on our mental health. And when we feel better mentally, that's a great patch that I like to use. It's primarily for inflammation. So when people have pain, inflammation, that'll drag you down. It'll make you feel like you don't want to do anything. And so the Eon patch can really help with energy as well, just in the fact that we're reducing inflammation in the body, which just makes us feel like, I can do a lot more. When all of our cells aren't functioning on repairing something, because that inflammation is down, then they can focus on just helping our normal muscle to function better. And carnosine is one other kind of side note one that also adds, it helps both the heart and the brain function. So when we improve our circulation in our brain, again, we're going to feel more energetic and ready to take on the world. And so those are a couple of my thoughts. I'll turn over to whoever you'd like to go next.
All right. Well, I see Dr. J up here on the right. So Dr. J looks a little different today. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I think he got a little cleaned up today or
I did
something.
get a little cleaned up. Yes. What I'm excited to talk about today is I'm basically on my 2-year mark with the patches. And I started with just the dynamic duo, which is the X39 um, master cell activator, and also the Eon, which is the decrease of inflammation to get the inflammation out of the way of the master cells. So so I did that just those two for quite a while. And I never even looked at the energy enhancer because I myself am a very energetic guy. I'm always kind of happily, bubbly, whatever, go here, go there, kind of an extrovert, so to speak. Always, just very high energy is what I'm trying to say. So I never even gave the energy enhancer much thought until about probably the 1 year mark. And I did not give it any thought until I saw this sheet. I don't know if you guys have seen this sheet, or I think I'm doing a pretty good job of holding it up. LifeWave actually had a sheet, and in my group, someone, I don't know how to get the camera on me. Can you guys see me full big picture or just a little one?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, we
good.
can see it.
Okay, good. So I always see me in a little tiny corner. So this sheet, um, it shows about what these patches are known for. And in the first column, you've got the X39. And in the third column, you have the Eon. And the fourth column is energy enhancer. And these bubbles are checkboxed, are basically what this patch is known for. And just going down to read them all, you've got energy, vitality, pain, stress, sleep, hormone, immune, healthy skin, hair, nails, illness recovery, stamina, strength, healthy mood, brain support, cardio, lung, detox, healthy weight support, muscle building and tissue repair, nervous system, sinus and allergy relief. Okay, so there's only one of those boxes that the X39 does not have checked. There's only one of those boxes that the Eon does not have checked. There's only 3 of those boxes that the energy enhancer does not have checked. That was like, if you look at this sheet, the third most powerful patch of all of them is the energy enhancer. It helps out, it assists in all of those categories except for 3. And I'll list the 3 just because better sleep. Well, that makes sense. You don't want a bunch of energy when you're trying to get to sleep. It's not known for anything to do with hormone or allergy. Everything else on that list, we all need assistance with. Um, and this was eye-opening to me, that this patch, like, there are days, like, if I forget, I don't wear the energy enhancer every day. It is one of my favorite patches. We talked about the mitochondria, both the previous doctors did. That is where adenosine triphosphate, your ATP is produced, and that is your cellular energy. I do not like the name energy enhancer because it infers you don't need it if you are high energy. I whited out the word energy on this sheet. So when I gave it to my patients, they would just see enhancer, because I have a lot of patients that are high energy like me that would have never wanted or thought of needing this patch. So it has become one of my wife and I's favorite patches. We get a lot of chores done when we're using this. You do not have that Monster Energy drink or Red Bull or coffee nervous, jittery energy. It's just a cellular energy. And back to the mitochondria, when you're burning, or beta oxidation is another thing that this patch is known to do. It starts beta oxidation, and for those of you that don't know, that is the burning of your fat to make energy. So when you are using this energy enhancer patch system that Dr. Don showed you where he wears his, I wear mine on the underneath my knees. But this starts your beta oxidation. Beta oxidation is calorie burning. It's calorie burning. It does help you manage your weight in a healthy manner, because you burn 300 to 600 extra calories per day when you're using these patches. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's better than consuming them, that's for sure. And if you're burning calories just laying on the couch. So for the people like me that feel that they are high energy people and don't need a patch that is called energy enhancer, I changed the name to enhancer, because it enhances that laundry list. There's 18 things I believe on that list that I listed, and it helps with all of them but 3. So I think that for my wife and I, this is not a daily wear. We've we tried to ration down to an average of 4 or 5 per day, instead of going gangbusters, 6, 7, 8. But this is one of our favorites. This is a very beneficial patch to the physiological functions that go on in our body. And truthfully, all the patches, that's what they do. We're not curing any diseases. We are a wellness technology. We help the systems of the body. The way your body is supposed to function on a normal basis is what these patches enhance, no matter which one you use. Your body, nor these patches, nor your immune system care about any diagnosis any doctor ever gave you. Your master cells, your cells that will become anything else in your body, do not care your DX code, your diagnosis, or what somebody says you have. Your body doesn't even compute that. And the insurance companies do. That's what diagnoses are for, is for your insurance to figure out how to pay. So I'll get off my soapbox for a second. I love this group. I love learning from the other doctors. So that is my 2 cents on the enhancer patch that activates a whole bunch of stuff that your body's trying to do. It just it enhances the way your body functions. That's it. It's your body enhancer, not energy enhancer. It's body enhancer. Thank you.
All right, Dr. J, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you bet.
Appreciate that good information. Now, Dr. Tim, what you got for us today?
Well, thank you, Dr. Stan. Welcome, everybody. It's funny, the energy enhancer patch, the more I talk about it with patients in a clinical setting, I almost want to start calling it the mitochondrial support patch, because the mitochondria is so important to the human body. It does so many things. It helps produce antioxidants in the body, people. So when we're taking in all the gunk and the munk and all the herbicides and pesticides, insecticides and glyphosate and all the genetically modified food and all the preservatives and all the dyes, it's the mitochondria, the cell, that helps to produce antioxidants to get that stuff out of your body. And most of the things that we put inside our body they harm the mitochondria. It does a lot of damage to it. And I have some studies here. This one's from 2008. And a damaged mitochondria can result in schizophrenia, bipolar, dementia, Alzheimer's, epilepsy, migraine, headache, strokes, neuropathic pain, Parkinson's, ataxia, ischemic attacks. We hear that's pretty common. cardio issues and metabolic disorders, fibromyalgia. And this is a study in from 2008. It's medication-induced mitochondria dysfunction. Okay. So damage to the mitochondria, when the mitochondria is not functioning right, folks, it throws everything off. And as we go about it, as we develop and grow throughout our lifetime and maintain homeostasis, it's the mitochondria that when cells get too old, when they get worn out, it's the mitochondria that gets rid of them. It's called cell death. When new cells come by, the mitochondria gets rid of the old cells. So if there's damage to, or if you have mitochondria in your trillions of cells that isn't functioning properly, it's not going to get rid of those old cells. So what would happen to those cells? It could cause a variety of health issues. And another study here, mitochondrial dysfunction and oxidative stress results in metabolic disorders, which is it's the cardiovascular, and it's the type 2 diabetes. And I'm just touching the surface on this, folks. And mitochondrial dysfunction and oxidative stress are involved in metabolic disorders. And here's another one. I've mentioned this several times on this podcast. In 2018, only 12% of American adults are metabolically healthy, according to this study. So, folks, we got to take care of our mitochondria. So that one study talked about mitochondrial dysfunction and oxidative stress. So we need to boost, we need to support the body. We need to give the body what it needs. And that's what's nice about this patch technology, folks. It's non-transdermal. When you put it on your body, nothing goes in. It's your own infrared light that reflects off the crystal lattice. It bounces back into the body and it turns on the peptides and the cells, and it results in boosting of your health. And with the energy enhancer, or the mitochondrial support patch that I call it in my office all the time, it's actually a 2-patch system. You have a white one and a tan one, and it's pretty easy to put on. You can put it like on your chest, you can put it on your wrist, you can put it below your wrist, on your legs, but you always want to put the white on the right side and then the tan on the left side. It's a real easy, and again, just like the other patches, you wear it 12 hours on and then 12 hours off. And just like Dr. J said, he uses it occasionally. I don't use it all the time, but I'd like to, I try to use it at least twice a week. All right. I could probably use it more, but again, you get that beta oxidation in the mitochondria, and it's making the mitochondria work in a healthy way. And it's burning those fatty acids into ATP, which is energy. But again, it's helping that mitochondria function like it should. It's activating the mitochondria and all the processes that are occurring in it. And it is an absolute part of health to make sure that the mitochondria in our cells, we talk about cells and cells and cells and cell health, but it's like, we got to really focus on the mitochondria health in the cell, because according to these studies I was talking about, when your mitochondria is not functioning properly, it can cause some serious health problems. And then on top of that, the oxidative stress. Where does all the oxidative stress come by? That's all the herbicides and the pesticides and all the food dyes and all the stuff we put into our body, the electromagnetic frequencies. So 2 patches come to mind, folks. I'm sure some of you you're already thinking, okay, mitochondrial support, and there's too much oxidation going on in the body. Yes. So you want to use energy enhancer, and then the glutathione patch. The glutathione patch, it's the master antioxidant in the body. And when you patch with glutathione, it raises your glutathione levels 300% over 24 hours. It's a powerful, powerful patch. We've had a few patients that were more on the unhealthy side, and we can only patch them like every other day with glutathione. That's how powerful it is. But by adding glutathione and getting rid of all that gunk and the muck and all the byproducts and all the oxidation out of your body and out of your bloodstream, and then adding the energy enhancer so we can get that mitochondrial support and boost your body and support your health, that's where you're going to optimize your health. I use the word optimize a lot. So forgive me if I'm a little jittery. I just came from the office and I got to go back here pretty soon. But you know what, guys? there's always hope. And I get so excited because just like Dr. J and Dr. Warren, and Dr. Stan, we go into our offices and people, they're coming in and they're sick and they're like, I got these problems and I'm taking this and I'm doing this and nothing is working. It's like, cause you're not boosting and supporting your health. You got to give your body, you got to put your body in the environment to support and boost. And that will result in optimized health and life advancement because that's what it's all about. And this is an easy patch technology. It's non-transdermal. So you know what, whatever you're taking, whatever you're doing, you can use these patches for boosting your health and seeing people just get on with their lives. Dr. Stan, it's
It's amazing.
frustrating, but at the same time, I'm so thankful that this technology is here. I've been using these patches about 2.5 years, and we've integrated it into our office, and we get profound results. And we do, Dr. J and we do patch parties all the time, like live patch parties around Grand Rapids. And folks, we can sit here and talk all day about the greatness of this technology, but you got to hear the testimonies. My goodness. So that is my 2 cents. And I hope you got something out of that, folks.
That's awesome, Dr. Tim. One of the things that I'm hearing really from all the docs today, is that to increase mitochondrial function, which is so important, as we've heard, it's vital for us to have healthy mitochondrial function. But I'm thinking, like with Dr. Don and Tim and Dr. J, it's the first thing, that creates all this problems in our body is the inflammation in the gunk that, we get accumulated in our bodies, which is why it's so important before we can even start really any of the patches working as efficiently as they can is to go through some detoxification. And that is so important and key. I found that in my own practice, in my own life, until somebody gets detoxified, the patches are going to work no matter what. I mean, you put them on the body, they're going to work. But when you begin to work with them, drinking more water and eating a cleaner diet, and maybe doing some intermittent fasting and some different things to assist the body to detox, which is why it's so important to get the inflammation in the gunk out, along with increasing the energy. So using the X39 is obviously going to help repair and rebuild and restore. But, it's not going to do it as fast as if we were pairing it up with some of these other patches like Eon to get the inflammation out, clear out the inflammation, because all the research tells us that when the mitochondrial are not functioning, it's because they are inflamed and they're not getting nutrition and they're not eliminating properly. So I just encourage you, anybody on this podcast, please understand, you need to detoxify your body, and the patches will assist with that. But you might want to think about some lifestyle changes also to assist the body to do that, so that when you are wearing these patches, you can get the full results that you would like to have. And I'll emphasize again, because a lot of people say, do I have to change anything for them to work? No, we know clinical studies on everything that we do has been proven. You put the patch on, they're activated by the life force energy in our body. They're working, but if you work with them and start doing some simple things like just drink 8 to 10 glasses of water a day, you're going to speed up the healing process and you're going to allow the patches to work better for you faster. And I don't know about you guys, I like faster. And sometimes though, to get people to make these changes is challenging, which is why I love the technology. It can give people some hope and some encouragement. Dr. Tim talked about this. I like to think of ourselves as hope dealers. We want to give people hope. And when we give people hope with the patches, then hopefully we can encourage them to clean up the rest of their life also. Well, docs, we appreciate that. I'm ready to. Well, I got my energy enhancer on today, so I'm feeling energized from it, and But, you know, this patching technology has changed all of our lives. You wouldn't have 4 practitioners on here today recommending them if they weren't legitimate. And the good thing is that they're affordable, they're safe, and they can help each and every one of us to become the very best version of ourselves and our lives. So docs, appreciate everything. Appreciate you taking the time. I know your busy schedules. Good to see Dr. Don. I hope your surgery and all that went well. Looks like you're smiling and doing good. So I'm glad to see. Looks like you're back in the saddle. So that's good. And I hope to see some of y'all in Michigan. We're flying up to spend some time with Dr. Don and Susan. So we hope to see some of y'all next weekend, I guess is what it is.
A week from today.
A week from
That would be
today.
great.
Yeah.
So hope to see some of you guys. So with that, rest of you
Dr. J,
guys.
they were some people wanting that chart, so maybe I can get a hold of that. We can put it on Dr. Stan's LifeWave Living page.
Yeah.
And the study you mentioned, they were hoping to get that.
Yep.
Okay. If Dr. J or Tim, if you could send it to me or Jody, we'll get it posted on my page. And of course, I know y'all probably got pages you can post it on. So
when you guys post the video, I'll post it on, and I'll comment the link below the video.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Okay, that's all we'll do it, folks.
All right. Okie dokie.
All right,
All right,
good.
guys.
Thank you,
Y'all be
guys.
blessed. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.